Welcome back to Invest Global. Today we're discussing a new announcement from Polygon and the new project on here, MoonEdge. Now I have to be very, very upfront and say, not the biggest fan of projects with the word moon in them, just because this got kind of abused, and just like the whole Dogecoin thing, man, I'm not interested at all in investing in these meme tokens. I more look for utility with blockchain. I also invest in global investment sectors from emerging markets, commodities, all these different things. But as far as crypto goes, sometimes these projects' names can throw some people off. But personally, I like to go a step deeper and look at, okay, what is this project actually doing fundamentally? So that's what we're going to be doing in today's video. Also, we recently announced this new series on all different Launchpad ecosystems. So it's basically the Launchpad ecosystem map, right? So I'm talking about everything from Binance Smart Chain to Ethereum to Polygon. Awesome. This is the Launchpad on Polygon, layer 2 scaling solution for Ethereum, things like Avalanche, Solana, really all ecosystems with Launchpads. We're going to talk about them. We're going to analyze them, find what is the best for you. What is the minimum requirements necessary, things even like the Polkadot ecosystem with PokerStarter, one of my personal favorite Launchpads. But let's dive into a MoonEdge right now. Again, the name I'll have to get over, but hey, let's get right into it. So over here on Twitter, you see that MoonEdge recently tweeted, about like 11 hours ago at time of recording this. They are Polygon's first Launchpad. I have seen other projects that have claimed to be Launchpads on Polygon now. I think maybe they were just saying they're going to be layer 2 scaling solutions. It Launchpads like on layer 2 for Ethereum because there are multiple different things doing this. But apparently this is the very first one. And then you saw Polygon, actually the official Twitter here at OX Polygon, obviously formerly known as Matic, retweeted it. So that kind of confirmed this for me, because again, at the beginning, I was like, man, the name, all these different things. Don't know. They don't have a ton of information out, but I think this Medium article that we will talk about lays it out very, very nicely. But first, before we do that, I did want to show you their official site here. Obviously, everything we talked about will be linked down below in the description. What MoonEdge is doing is quite interesting. So the first fully decentralized Launchpad and fully dedicated to IDOs, so initial DEX offering on Polygon. So you can see right here, they have the light paper there. I might do a separate video just doing a deep dive on the light paper for this Launchpad ecosystem series. But right now, we're just going to go over the main things. And then if you guys want to get into more technical details, I can do a kind of follow-up video to whatever project it is and get into details on their white paper. So you can see the tiered system, which you see with a lot of these projects. Recently I was talking about CardStarter. CardStarter lays it out in there. They have it like literally it's like aces, face cards, and then like deuces, singles. Like they kind of have these different tiers based on that. So it's interesting with MoonEdge that they're called Asteroid, Comet, Meteor, Meteorites, and then Edge, Fragment. Pretty interesting. So I do like kind of the theme here, but again, sometimes the name I don't get too caught up in that. But for me personally, maybe I'm just a little jaded after a lot of these projects. I mean, I never invested in them, but it's just ridiculous amount of capital that went into something like SafeMoon or something like these coins with really no intrinsic value. So holding requirement here is 5,000, and their token is called Mooned, MOONED. That's actual ticker. The pool weight here is 2, so it's very important to understand that with each of these kind of like tiered ranking systems, you have the minimum requirement. Typically, you have the smallest amount. So, for example, for CardStarter, let's contrast there. It's around like $2,500 to get into that tier 1, and you only have 10%, and they do it as a lottery allocation. So you have a 10% chance of actually making it in, okay? So you have a guaranteed IDO allocation right here, but the actual pool weight in and of itself is 2. Holding requirement is 1,000 for this one right here. Or sorry, 10,000, my apologies. It's 5,000, then 10,000, pool weight 5, guaranteed. So all of these looks like it's guaranteed. They are announcing this one soon, but keep in mind, early stage projects. So as I say, with any of these altcoin projects, there's always a video linked down below in the description, how to do your own research in crypto, how to look at on-chain analysis, how to look at fundamental analysis, technical, sentimental analysis. Now, obviously, since this is a new project, you cannot look at technicals that much, but what I like to do personally is maybe look at things like what's the technical analysis for Bitcoin dominance in Polygon, and then base those two data points on, okay, how can I gauge MoonEdge, right? Or sorry, MoonEdge. I saw this big X here. So tier 3, 20,000, pool weight 12. So that's pretty crazy. You go from a pool weight of 5 to a pool weight of 12 for just double, right? So kind of quite interesting, right? And then 50,000 holding requirements here, pool weight of 35. So all of those are guaranteed. Like I said, I like that they do that again because, like I said, some of these other Launchpad projects, it's not guaranteed that you're in. You have this minimum requirement amount, so you have that kind of sunk capital in something like CardStarter, right, with the Cards token. But then it's really only 10% that lottery allocation. So you have to keep that in mind. And yeah, overall, go check out the first video I made on that Launchpad series playlist because it lays out kind of my thoughts on launchpads in general, basically how you're moving from ICOs in 2017 to now things like IDOs, IEOs, like initial exchange offerings, IFOs, initial farm offerings. Very interesting. We're in a very interesting time in the crypto market, and especially since we're seeing this continued dip in the Bitcoin market. And hey, some people say we're in a bear market. Some people say we're in a bull market. I like to be a bit more balanced about it and go, okay, either way, let me price both scenarios in and make my move. So what I personally am doing is averaging into a lot of Launchpad projects because, again, they're kind of like this toll booth on the highway, right? So in order to get in any new projects, any like up and coming projects on Polygon, you're going to have to go through Moonedge. If you want to go in new projects on Polkadot, you got to go through PokeStarter. Same thing with Binance Smart Chain Pad on BSC. On Ethereum, you have things like TrustSwap. In Avalanche, you have Avalanche, right? So these are essentially just by holding the token as a proxy, people need the token to get into these allocations. So if there's a project that's really hyped up, people will need to buy that actual token that you're holding, even if you're not participating in these launches. You can buy proxy, get some upside there. So that's kind of the way that I personally look at it, and I have a very long-term view on all these. But again, do your own research on each of these projects. You can see some of their partners here, backed by Sky Vision, GD10 Ventures, Grizzly Capital, quite interesting. So we'll read through this and then we'll hop over here. Okay, so what is Moonedge? Moonedge is the first. We already talked about that. Our mission is to bring safe and fair fundraising platform to Polygon. Why choose this? So previously Matic is on its way widely adopted by the crypto community in the coming weeks. New projects planning to launch on Polygon will need a way to raise liquidity. Very true. Investors will soon ask for guaranteed legitimacy of these new projects. We offer safety and equal opportunity for everyone. I apologize for the yawn. A little bit tired here in Batumi, Georgia. I've been doing a lot today, meeting with some local business people, and yeah, just a bit tired. But I saw this announcement, and I'm like, hey, I got to get this video out there. Move my big head. In order to reach this goal, Moonedge is creating a fair system that allows investors with any capital size to have a guaranteed allocation in every IDO. So that is pretty awesome. There will be no unfair mechanics such as a lottery. Like I said at the beginning, that's pretty awesome that they're doing that. That advantage is bots. We believe that the fair Launchpad platform is key to greater project adoption. I love that. So I'm more kind of using just fairness, right? So I already read through that. So why they chose Polygon? I found this quite interesting, right? Because you can really choose a lot of different blockchain ecosystems. And the whole point of this Launchpad series is analyzing and cross-analyzing, okay, should you just be in the Polkadot ecosystem? Should you just be on the Cardano Launchpad? Should you just be on the Avalanche, right? So analyzing all these and going, okay, why are these different Launchpads? What's the different use case? What are they doing that's different, right? What's the niche? And beyond the actual blockchain projects, you have to go, okay, first of all, why did they choose this blockchain? So that's what we'll talk about here. Polygon's full compatibility, if I can say this, with the Ethereum virtual machine, EVM. I have a great video on the EVM, a bit of a longer topic, but if you want to understand the kind of beauty of the Ethereum network and watch my video on EVM or go YouTube, what is Ethereum virtual machine? Very interesting topic, but we're focusing on Moonedge for today. So scaling solutions and interoperable future. The best projects will turn to Polygon's improved version to Ethereum to host their projects. Therefore, they need Moonedge to help them seamlessly launch. So you can see his EVM compatibility here. Let's see. So the EVM compatibility of Polygon makes the barrier of entry of the network incredibly low. Though it is arbitrary, through this attribute, anyone has built on Ethereum. Man, I'm having trouble today. I apologize. So, or knows how to build on Ethereum can seamlessly build on Polygon. As a result, the borders between these networks are broken down, and Ethereum developers can quickly utilize and improved features on Polygon's network to help them scale while maintaining valued security and decentralization. Overall, the EVM compatibility in an essential feature for making the transition to their network as smooth as possible. This seamless and equitability align immaculately. Sorry, man, I am having trouble today. I do apologize. With our company values at Moonedge. So I should have my glasses on, to be quite honest with you. But I'm solving scaling problems through the proof of stake and interoperability. All awesome things here. Again, I'll have this article linked down below in the description. I don't want to waste a ton more of your time, but I thought this was a very, very interesting announcement, right? So the fact that Moonedge is launching here and they are saying it's the first one on Polygon. So Follow us at investglobal_IO. Follow at OX Polygon. We'll go over here to MoonEdge, give them a follow as well. Quite interesting what they're doing. So they had their whitelist here, and I think you can still apply if I remember correctly. At least when I was first looking on here, you could. And we can also take a look at their pools here. So this is the upcoming pool just for their own native tokens, the MoonEdge token. And all these things are to be announced. But again, just to reiterate what's going on here is you need to understand these different allocations. And it looks like, you know what? Did they just update I think they literally just updated their website, because we were just looking at this before, and you saw these tiered systems. That's fascinating. So literally, I think they maybe just added this in there. So they just added all these things where when we refresh the website, trustworthy, or at least when I was looking at it before, these things weren't on there. So hey, that shows you how early a project like this is. Again, be very careful in any early stage Launchpad project. You always have to keep that in mind. So trustworthy, equitable, supportive, and inclusive. So awesome things. I love what they're doing with the vesting process. Might do another deep dive video on this one. I apologize if I was a little all over the place. Like I said, a little bit tired. I met with a local real estate buyer here in Batumi, Georgia on the Black Sea. Looked at a coastal property that I thought was kind of interesting. Recently moved to a different location, so I got a different kind of a lay of the land here in Batumi. But there's interesting investment opportunities all around the world. And the beautiful thing about blockchain is, hey, you can be anywhere you want, and you can still look at beautiful projects like this, like MoonEdge, and beautiful things are being built on Polygon. So again, go join the Telegram group, link down below the description. If you want to continue this conversation, if you have any ideas around MoonEdge, if you have any questions. Otherwise, let me know in the YouTube comments down below. Like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit the notification bell, and click all so you never miss a new video. It's time-sensitive content. So that's all for this one. As always, invest global, and until next time.